Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghuveer. In this class, we will discuss about how to construct the parse table for LR of 0 items. In our last classes, we already discussed about shift reduce parsing and we already discussed about how to construct the LR of 0 items. This is a continuation class. You should have a clear understanding of what we have discussed in our previous 2 to 3 classes. Then only you will understand this class, and it bit complex to understand. Please watch it carefully, watch till the end. So let's understand with our previous example how we need to construct the LR of 0 table. This is the LR of 0 items which we already constructed in our last class. For the same example, we are going to construct the LR of 0 table, parsing table. Using the table, we will parse the input string. Means we will say that whether the string is accepted or not. How we say that we will discuss in our next class. In our last class, we discussed that. So this is the productions which we have. For this productions, we added an extra production called augmented grammar. E dash tends to E dot E. E dash tends to E has been added in our previous class. So why we added that we will understand here in this class. E dash tends to E has been added. And this is our first state. I naught is our first state. So for this state, let's try to understand. We are with the E, we are going to I1 state. With the T, we are going to I2 state. With F, we are going to I3 state. And by taking the open bracket symbol, we are going to I4 state. This is what we have done in our last class. So in order to construct the table, the first step is you have to give some sequence numbers to your productions. These are the productions. We have given first the sequence number 1 to E tends to E plus T. Second one E tends to T. Third one E tends to T star F. Fourth one T tends to F. Fifth one F tends to open bracket E. Sixth one F tends to ID. These are the sequence number which we have given. You can give any sequence number, but you have to give some sequence numbers. Why we need to give that we will understand when we discuss the table. Now see here. On the 0th state, so this table is divided into two parts, go to part and action part. Action part says that what action we have to consider. That is what action part says. Go to means by taking the E, which state we are moving to. That says that go to. Go to says that to which state we are moving to. E1. See here, from the input on the I naught state. If you take the non-terminal, if you go to consists of only non-terminals, if you take the non-terminal E, we are moving to I1 state. If you take the non-terminal T, we are moving to I2 state. If you take the non-terminal F, we are moving to I3 state. See, that's what we have written on state 0. Go to says that go to will have only non-terminals. If you have the non-terminal E, move to I1 state, move to I2 state, move to I3 state. That says that go to, that is what go to says that. What action part says is, if you see the terminal symbols, what action you have to do? By looking at the terminal symbol, you can take shift action or you can take reduce action. This we already discussed in our shift reduce parsing. What is shift action means? Shifting the input symbol present in the input, moving to the stack. That is what shift operation means. Reduce means we are reducing to a new production by taking the elements in the stack and reducing it to some production that which it belongs to. So some production that which it belongs to. That is what reduce action means. So what action says is, see here, on the 0th state, if you have seen the open bracket terminal symbol, see, we are shifting the input symbol to stack and moving to I4 state. So the question here is why we are shifting, why not reduce action has been taken here? Because see here, on this state, F tends to dot open bracket E closed bracket. Because why we got this open bracket symbol? Because dot is there before open bracket. Is the production completed? No, this production has not yet completed. Why it is not completed? If dot is there at the end of the production, yes, then production is completed. If dot is there in the middle of the production, means we have seen up to only middle part, half of the part. So this says that if dot is at the end, we have to do reduce action. If dot is at the middle, we have to do shift action. This is the condition you have to follow. This condition, we in our shift reduce parser, we clearly discussed that. So we need some conditions to do shift operation and reduce operation. Yes, this is the condition. See, by using this state diagram, items has been generated. With these items, we are going to take action. What actions we are going to take? When we need to shift and when we need to reduce. That is the point we will understand by using this LR of 0 item generation. So if the dot is in the middle of the production, shift action has to. If it is at the end of the production, reduce action has to be taken. See, by looking at the open bracket, we are moving to I4 state. Here we need to do shift operation. That is what it has been written in the table. S4 means by on the 0th state at open bracket. S4 means shift. Shift means take the input character in the input string, move it to stack, and we are moving to 4th state. That is what S4 means. Similarly, on the first I0 state, F tends to ID. Dot is present before, means we have to do shift action. Shift to, by looking at ID, we are moving to I5 state. Means shift to 5th state. S5. This is how we write the shift operation. Now we have to write this for all the elements, all the states. How many states are there in our state diagram? LR of 0 item generation, I0 to I11. Total how many states have been generated? 12 states have been generated. We have to construct the table for all the LR of 0 items states, which are 12 states are there. For all the 12 states we have to write. So 0th state, 1st state, so on up to 11th state. Now we will construct one by one. So for the first state, S6 acceptance. Yes, you have to consider this. Here one important point has to be understood. So that's why we are going to explain it. By E we are moving to I1 state. We have to write the action and go to for first state. See, E dash tends to E dot. What's this says? E has been completed. Means we need to write the reduce action, but for this is a special case. Why it is special case? Means E dash tends to E has been added by us. There is no production called E dash tends to E. E completed means after E we are going to see dollar symbol. If you see dollar symbol, accept. This is a special case where we are not going to do the reduce action. If you see dollar, accept. That is what we have to do. And another production says that E tends to E dot plus T. Means dot is there at the middle. What's there after dot? Plus is there. By looking at plus, we are moving to I6 state. Means here you have to take a shift action because dot is there in the middle. If it is there in the middle, we are taking the shift action. Shift the input symbol, then move to 6th state. That is what it says. So for the first action, shift 6 for plus. For dollar symbol, accept. This is a special case. Now let's check for second state. Similarly, we have to write for second state. Before going into second state, whatever knowledge we have gained up to now, whatever the conditions we observed up to now, that can be written in a mathematical form. So this is the form they have written. Same conditions, we are writing it in the textbook notation. A tends to alpha dot A beta if our production is of the form like this. if A is a terminal symbol, means this A is a terminal symbol and this production is in the I state and it is going to, on taking the A symbol, if it is going to IJ state. So if it is a terminal symbol, what we have to write? Shift operation, that is set II comma A to shift J. II comma A to shift J. Shift J means SJ. We are moving to which state? IJ state. J means fourth state. If it is fourth state, shift 4. S4 has been written. This production is our first condition, shift condition. So if second condition is A tends to alpha dot is, if the production is of the form A tends to alpha dot, means the production has been completed, means we have to take reduce action. A tends to alpha, then reduce A tends to alpha for all terminal symbols. This example we not yet seen, we will see in the second state. Now we are going to explain this, how to write the reduce symbols. Now this condition, the special condition, S dash tends to S dot, this is a special condition. We should not write reduce action here. In II, if it is present in II state, set I comma dollar to accept. So what's this reduce action? We will understand in our, we will continue the example. So on the second state, let's check the second state. See, this is our second state. E tends to T dot, means this production has been completed. Okay. For completed, we need to write the reduce action. E tends to T dot. So what's the number we have given? 2. E tends to T dot. T. What's the number we have given? 2. So that's why we have written reduce to 2, 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 reduce to 2. For all the terminal symbols, we are making the action of reduce to 2. Means up to now we have seen T. So after completion of T, we can reduce it to E. So go back and watch. If you are not having clarity, go back and watch shift reduce parser, how we have done the example. That's why we are using the same example. Reduce, take the T and reduce it to E. That is what reduce action means. And one more example, one more thing you have to understand here. E tends to T dot has been finished, but one more production is there. T tends to T dot star F. With this production, we are moving, by taking the star symbol, we are moving to I7 state. I7 state means this production says that the dot is there in the middle of the production, means it is not yet completed. If it is not yet completed, means we have to take the shift action. Shift to which state? We are moving to 7th state. On what symbol? For star symbol. For star symbol, we are taking the shift action. Shift to 7th state. So that is what for star symbol. For second state, star symbol, shift action. S7 is also there, reduce also there. Now you will get confusion. For this, we are having two actions. Shift action is there, reduce action is there. Which action we have to consider? That we will understand when we discuss on next class, when we discussed about SLR parsing. Then we are going to discuss about the how to accept the string, acceptance of the string. Then you will get clarity which action you have to take. This is a conflict. You should not have this conflict in LR of 0. You will get clarity what type of conflicts we will get, that in our next classes. As of now, we are concentrating on how to construct the table. All these are continuation classes. The last 4 classes, up from there you have to go on continuously, then only you will get clarity. Okay, for the second one we have done like that. Next, like that, we have to take the third one. T tends to F dot. What we have here? Only one production is there, that to completed production. Completed means dot is at the end of the production, means we have to take only reduce action. Which reduce action we have to take? For that we have given numbers to this. T tends to F. What's the number we have assigned? 4. We have to reduce to 4. That is what we have taken. For all the non-terminal symbols, reduce action has been taken. R4, R4, R4. Okay. So using this table, we are going to check for acceptance of a given input string. How we check that we are going to do in our next coming classes. Now coming to the fourth state. Similarly, we have to do for fourth state. F tends to open bracket dot E closed bracket. On this state, what's the non-terminal symbols that are there? Let's check one by one. By taking E, we are moving to 8th state. By taking ID, we are moving to 5th state. ID is a terminal symbol, E. By taking F, we are moving to 3rd state. By taking so by taking T, we are moving to 2nd state. So we have to write first go to. See, on the 4th state, go to. By taking E, we are taking to 8th state. T, 2nd state. F, we are going to 3rd state. Now we have to complete the action part. What's the action part? What's the non-terminals we are having here? What's the terminal symbols we are having? ID. Means we have to do shift action. ID. If dot is after ID or before ID, it is before ID, means this production has not yet completed. Then we have to do shift action. The same way, open bracket. What is open bracket? Where it is there? See here, open bracket. By taking open bracket, we are moving to I4 state. Same state we are taking, means shift. We have to do shift operation because dot is there before bracket. So we have to do shift operation. So that is what we have written. 4th state, by taking ID, we are shifting to 5th state. By taking open bracket, we are shifting to 4th state. Similarly, we have to write it for all the states, all the I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, I7, so on up to I11. Now coming to the 5th state. So what is 5th state? F tends to ID dot. Means it is completed. Dot is at the end. Completed means we have to do reduce action. What's the value? F tends to ID means 6th one. The numbering that we have given for this production is 6th one. So what's the action we are doing? Reduce 6, R6, 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 R6. Reduce action has to be taken. By looking at the table, we can understand that what action we have to take, whether we have to shift the input symbol or we have to do reduce action. That is what we will understand by looking at this table. So now coming to the next one, 6th state. Similarly, we have to write for 6th state. So this is the 6th state. On the 6th state, what non-terminal symbols we have? T. By looking at T, we are moving to I9 state. Any non-terminal symbols are there? By looking at F, we are moving to I3 state. So T and F non-terminal symbols are there. So the go-to statement says that, see, 6th one. T and F, we are going to 9th state, we are going to 3rd state. Similarly, shift action. Similarly, 7th one, 8th one, 9th one. See here, we are having in the 9th state. We will check for 9th state. See, on the 9th state, we are having one completed action, one incomplete action. See, one is going to reduce action, one is going to shift action. That's why in the same block, we are having a shift action and reduce action. In remaining things, we don't have a shift operation, only reduce operation is there. You try to complete this table, remaining part of the table. Hope you understand this. See, the important point you have to remember, this part, reduce action and shift action is there. Why this action is there? In our next class, we are going to discuss about SLR of parsing table. What's the difference between LR of 0 and SLR of 0 and how the acceptance of string can be done for these tables will be discussed in our coming classes. All these are continuation classes. Hope you understand the concept of how to construct the LR of 0 parsing table. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.